Now, Mason, for this next section, for this segment that we're doing, I'm fairly certain I'm going to get Ben to turn this into a YouTube video, so it has to be perfect. I don't want you to say anything too outlandish that he then has to animate or find an obscure picture of.
I'll say whatever I want. What are we talking about?
The Avengers Infinity War pre-production trailer that went out.
Oh, yes.
Did you get a bloody look in on that?
I got a look in on that.
So this is the way they do it now, I guess. It started on January 23rd. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be pretty much a year of filming. They're doing 2 back-to-back. Mm-hmm. Infinity War and then
Untitled Avengers Project.
Else. Yeah. But we do know that it is going to be a direct follow-up. So it's going to be May next year and then the following May. And there's going to be massive consequences for the universe, Mason. So this will be like a things missed.
Oh, okay.
What did you see? The secrets.
Tom Holland's not American at all.
That's right.
Hello. Why? I saw the Avengers. In the cinema with all my mates. And who knew? Then very shortly afterwards, I'd be in the Avengers and I'd be Spider-Man.
Did you notice his Hollywood hair?
Yeah.
He's got Hollywood hair now.
Hollywood hair now, right?
It only takes a few months, doesn't it?
You get Hollywood hair. It's something in the water. Something in that LA water.
It must be. It's the water and the sunshine,
we should get
baby.
some shipped down.
I think so. Mm-hmm. If you live in the area. Well, let's talk about Spider-Man, though, because there's a few...
Now I'm friends with Robert Downey Jr. and whoever was on my left. I can't remember.
Fuck off. That's Robert Downey Jr. But, yeah, so Spider-Man, you see, he's got motion capture gloves on under the suit. Right. You see it.
He was kind of keeping him hidden, but not really.
Yeah.
I think they reckon they said to do that deliberately.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything in this is incredibly planned.
Yeah, right.
But also, there was another behind-the-scenes video where he's asking Robert Downey Jr. questions. And this was before they kind of revealed that Spider-Man's in it. And he flips the camera around and you see Tom Holland's face. He's got his beautiful Hollywood hair. But he's also got all the mocap dots all over his face.
Okay.
Which has led people to believe that maybe this is the version of Spider-Man that gets the black suit because he goes to space.
Right, yeah,
Because in Secret Wars, is that right?
Wars,
From the
original
80s,
Secret Wars,
he gets the symbiote.
Yes, he does.
In the Spider-Man 3, it just drops from space and lands in a park that he's near.
And it's never explained where it came from. Are there aliens in that universe? I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I always assumed, because in that universe, it's all just misfits of science. I just assumed it was shot out of a cannon from some sort of lab.
Absolutely,
as a prank, maybe.
Yeah, totally. Or even an experiment to be like, let's see what this does. Yeah.
Let's give this to some rando in a park. We'll have a whole bunch of fun, provided that guy doesn't have super strength. Oh, no.
The way I justified it, which you shouldn't because that's not a very good movie, is that I guess that symbiote had some kind of direction it was going, and it was like, I'm going to latch onto the strongest thing in this universe.
Okay, sure.
And it's Spider-Man, so I maybe it wasn't an accident, or maybe someone just shot it out of a cannon.
Shot it out of a cannon. That's my theory.
Good. They're also talking about how this is the Infinity War is a combination of...
It was Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt was
It was Chris Pratt. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't have said rude things. He's a lovely young man. He's got great Hollywood hair. They were saying that it's a combination of 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because by the time this rolls around, Iron Man was 2008, and now this one's bloody... whatever next year is. Isn't it weird to think the Avengers was 2012 and this will be 6 years after the Avengers? So the Avengers was closer to Iron Man than this is to the Avengers, the original Avengers. Does that make sense?
That is fun to think about. You're not wrong.
So Thanos.
Yeah,
we see a bit of concept art.
We see him and he's got a nice sleeveless tee on.
Absolutely. He does look a bit like Vin Diesel, doesn't he? He's got that kind of look. He should probably wear a hat. He looks a bit weird with his bald head.
Because he looks like a big purple egg.
Yeah, he does look like a purple egg. But
he looks like a purple Twitter egg.
They were talking about...
the ultimate villain. Just somebody trolling you on Twitter.
They were talking about how since pretty much day one, or since the Avengers. Mm-hmm. But I think the first inkling of Thanos was in Thor, the original Thor. We see
the Infinity Gauntlet.
Or one of them.
Yes. It's
not the one that he actually has, because they're left. There's two of them. They're left and right-handed. And people have speculated since then that we're going to be getting Thanos. So they've said, oh, we know Thanos is coming and people know it's coming, so we want to introduce him in a way that kind of...
Do you think when they went past that treasure room in Thor, do you think they had any inkling they were going to do it from there?
No.
Or do you think they would just...
Because there's the Eye of Agamotto.
Motto is in there,
there's something else in there, I can't remember. Mm-hmm. No, I think you have the theory that they just threw a bunch in and just thought people
bid on, yeah.
Yeah, totally, yeah, absolutely.
Because the Infinity Gauntlet storyline... It's good, but it's not, and it's very 90s.
Yeah.
But that's probably not the most memorable storyline of that era until it's been, so heavily promoted.
I've never properly read it. I've kind of skimmed it because it seems long. But I do like that moment where Captain America kind of faces up to Thanos and he's like, "You're a bully and we're going to stop you." And then he just breaks his shield.
Right, yeah.
I love it. They said the reason also they did Civil War was because they wanted to make Thanos more of a challenge, even though he's the most powerful being in the whatever.
And he has a device that gives him infinite power.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That the idea was you break the Avengers apart in Civil War, so they're kind of more vulnerable, and you bring them back together for this movie. That's kind of the idea. And also we're going to see why he's the most dangerous kind of being in the galaxy.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet. Because the actual, like, the clear reveal of him, which is in Guardians of the Galaxy, is just kind of like, here's a raisin sitting on a chair.
He's just tootling about on a flying chair.
Yeah, there's
no dramatic reveal where he's like walking down a hallway and you hear his feet thunder down and you're like, this guy's so... It's like, he looked like a character from the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Like...
He just kind of floats across. And there's no, like, even sense of scale because he's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
But you don't get that because he's kind of, you see him kind of a distance.
It could be like, it's Baron Zemo's imaginary alien friend that only he can see. The Great Gazoo style.
But yeah, they are. And they also mentioned that the Collector's it looks like the Collector's going to return. That was in a different, which makes sense because he's tied to the Infinity Stones or whatever. Did you see that?
But in this, I guess, in the comic books, he's sort of one of the the most ancient beings in the universe, and he has ultimate cosmic power and etc. Yeah. But in this, he's just
by etc. Do you mean weird hair?
So weird. Such weird. Yeah. But in the movie, he just seems to be some guy. Yeah, he's just a sad dude who collects stuff.
He's kind of got a library of stuff. Yeah. That's pretty much it. And do you see that there's a Tony Stark concept art where you see like his new suit? Like it looks like he's building another armory, perhaps. Because they also mentioned that he's kind of one of the only ones on Earth who knows this is coming. Because remember he had that vision. Yeah, and that's why the reason he made Ultron in the first place. And
well, he should definitely build another arsenal of dangerous things because it went so well the last time. Did you see there was some Spider-Man concept art and there's a new version of his armor in that?
Yes, very cool.
Yeah,
that's like the Centurion armor? No, what's that?
It looks a lot like the Ultimate's armor, his original version, which was kind of clunkier.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's cool.
It is pretty cool.
You don't like it?
No, I do like it, all right?
Mason likes it, everybody.
Bloody like it, all right?
And we also see the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to meet the Avengers, which is...
we knew that was coming.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's kind of, it's good to get the confirmation. But speaking of the Ultimate Universe, one of the pieces of concept art we see Rocket Raccoon and we see Thor behind him, and Thor's hammer is not his traditional hammer.
Right.
People are either theorizing that it's the Ultimate version, which is the current story arc, isn't it?
In Unworthy Thor, the comic book series Unworthy Thor, he's lost. He can't use his original hammer, and Jane Foster is now the official Thor.
Yep.
So he's
Thor
attempting
for real.
Thank you. Yeah. And he's attempting to find the Ultimate Universe's Thor's hammer.
Because all the universes collided and whatever.
So he's trying to track that down. So you think maybe he's...
Well, that's either that or it's Yarnborn, the axe.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the end of it.
I think it might be because this would be a weird entry point to add parallel universes. Be like, P.S. this parallel universe you haven't seen before.
There's 2 hammers.
Yeah, there's 2 hammers.
But it must have some, whatever it is, must have some form of power because he's wearing the Thor suit. And the suit kind of is tied to the hammer in this universe. Because remember when he gets the hammer back,
I agree, but also...
Shut up.
Yeah, obviously. But I think if he lost the use of the hammer... I think he loses the use of the hammer...
In Ragnarok.
The suit stays.
Okay.
Like if he lost his power... I think I think Avengers, when he holds the hammer aloft and he gets, he calls the lightning down and builds the suit around him. I think that once the suit's done, it's like a real physical thing.
I guess that's true, because in the Dark World, when it goes into another dimension on the other side of the galaxy, his suit doesn't fall off.
Exactly. That would be very embarrassing. In the original Thor comic books, if he doesn't touch the hammer for 60 seconds, he turns back into Donald Blake. I think it'd be better in this. It'd be more realistic, certainly, in this movie. If he lost the hammer for 60 seconds, all his clothes fell off. But yeah, I get this. I imagine maybe he loses the hammer in Ragnarok.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now he's just... He's a sad dude.
He's a weakened version
with an axe.
Yeah, I mean, how sad could you be?
Ugh.
Bloody hell. Oh, well, that's what a great video this maybe was.
Do you want me to do more Tom Holland?
Sure. Just cap it. Bookend it.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Hello.
freshen your drink. He has to get everyone's drinks.
Yeah,
'cause he's
absolutely.
new, yeah.
Why do you think he's got the mocap? I reckon maybe it's web fists.
Oh, cool. Web fists would be great. Yeah, maybe.
I glued my hands together, sir. Mr. Stark.
Maybe it's to stop him touching his hair. Touching his Hollywood
Maybe it's
hair.
just him to stop touching himself at night.
Perhaps. He's a young man. All right. Next topic.
Yeah.